What if I told you that for less than the cost of a used car, you could own a fully self-sustaining home that generates its own power, purifies its own water, and can be moved anywhere in the world in under 20 minutes? This isn't science fiction. It's happening right now. Today, we're diving deep into Tesla's revolutionary $7,759 tiny house that's about to completely disrupt the housing market and solve America's housing crisis. I'll show you exactly how they achieved this impossible price point, the mind-blowing technology packed inside, and why traditional home builders are absolutely terrified of what's coming. Welcome to Tesla Torch, where we uncover the innovations reshaping our world. If you're ready to discover how this tiny house could change everything about home ownership, hit that like button and subscribe for more breakthrough content. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand why this could be the most important housing revolution in a century. Let's start with the number that's breaking everyone's brain: $7,759. To put this in perspective, that's less than most people spend on their car payments in a single year. It's less than a decent used Honda Civic. And yet, Tesla claims they can deliver a fully functional, self-sustaining home for this price. So how is this even remotely possible? The secret lies in Tesla's approach to manufacturing. While traditional home builders are still stuck in the Stone Age, using the same methods that haven't changed in decades, Tesla has applied their Gigafactory philosophy to housing. They're treating homes like cars, products that can be mass-produced on automated assembly lines with incredible precision and efficiency. Here's where it gets crazy. Tesla has managed to slash labor costs by up to 90% through automation. Where it takes months to build one traditional house using dozens of workers, Tesla's robotic assembly lines can produce 20 homes in the same time frame. They're using advanced 3D printing and robotic systems that eliminate up to 90% of traditional construction waste. Each unit is completed in just 19.5 hours. Think about that. In less than a day, a complete home rolls off their production line. But the real game changer is their material science breakthrough. Tesla's engineers have developed a proprietary composite that's a blend of recycled carbon fiber, plant-based resins, and recovered automotive-grade aluminum. This isn't just regular building material. This stuff is 37% stronger than traditional building supplies, but 64% lighter. The entire house weighs just 850 pounds, making it light enough to be towed by a Tesla Cybertruck. They're using magnesium oxide for wall construction, which adds fire and mold resistance that traditional homes simply can't match. And here's something incredible. They've incorporated phase change materials in the insulation that actively manage temperature. These materials absorb heat during the day and release it at night, creating a home that literally regulates its own temperature naturally. Now, Tesla's scale advantage is absolutely mind-blowing. They're planning to produce 100,000 tiny houses in 2026 alone, with the goal of capturing 70% of the entire US tiny home market. This massive scale, combined with their vertically integrated supply chain, allows them to control costs at every single stage. They're sourcing 60% of the global perovskite supply for their solar systems and 45% of recycled steel from their own SpaceX operations. But here's the kicker. Elon Musk is actually willing to sell these homes at a loss, about $200 per unit to be exact. This is a classic Tesla move. Flood the market, crash prices, and make the technology accessible to millions who have been completely priced out of home ownership. It's the same strategy they used with electric vehicles. And look how that turned out. Energy costs have always been the killer for off-grid homes, but Tesla has completely solved this problem. They've developed new aluminum-ion battery technology enhanced by graphene synthesis that has slashed battery costs by 48%. The battery pack, now just $5,000 per unit, can power the entire home and even charge a Tesla vehicle for up to a decade without a single recharge from the grid. The solar system is equally revolutionary. These aren't regular solar panels. They're Tesla's latest solar tiles with 26% efficiency, thanks to advances in perovskite materials. The cost has dropped 40% from previous generations. And here's the amazing part. Each house generates 142% of its energy needs. That means you're not just energy independent. You're actually producing excess energy that you could sell back to the grid or use to power other devices. The result is a home that can operate completely off-grid for up to 7 days, even during cloudy weather, the 6 most traditional grid connections. Now, let's talk about the living experience, because this is where Tesla has really pushed the boundaries of what's possible. Despite having just 240 to 375 square feet, these homes are engineered for maximum utility and comfort. The base unit unfolds into a studio layout with a fold-out sofa bed, a full kitchenette, full-size microwave, fridge, and a complete bathroom with shower and low-flow toilet. But here's where it gets really impressive. Tesla has figured out how to fit 3 bedrooms in this tiny space. The primary suite uses smart glass walls that can shift from completely transparent to opaque with the touch of a button. A modular guest pod slides out to expand the floor space when needed. And for families with children, there's a loft that drops down using the same falcon wing mechanism from Tesla's Model X. The ceiling height is 10.5 feet, which creates an incredible sense of openness that you'd never expect from such a compact space. Tesla's automotive storage technology provides 127 cubic feet of hidden compartments throughout the home. The kitchen island transforms into a 6-person dining table or workspace, and they've incorporated sound dampening technology borrowed from Tesla vehicles to ensure privacy and quiet between the different spaces. The sustainability features are absolutely next level. Tesla has created a closed-loop water recycling system that captures and reuses 98.7% of all water used in the home. There's a 7-stage grey water processor that cleans water for irrigation, and the roof can collect up to 847 gallons of water annually from rainfall. They've included composting toilets that reduce waste by 91% and an organic food processor that turns kitchen leftovers into fertilizer for the built-in garden. Speaking of which, there's 24 square feet of vertical garden space that can yield up to 156 pounds of fresh vegetables per year. Imagine never having to buy produce again. The setup process is incredibly simple. The entire home can be set up in just 60 minutes, requires no concrete foundation or cranes, and can be transported by a standard truck or even a Tesla Model 2 when that's released. But here's the elephant in the room: land costs. While the $7,759 price tag solves the affordability of the home itself, land is still expensive. The average land purchase in the US is $287,000, which would make this whole concept pointless for most people. Tesla has thought of this too. The tiny house's 20 by 12 foot footprint fits in most backyards or commercial parking spaces. It's potentially compliant with 78% of municipal ADU regulations, which means you could potentially set it up on property you already own or rent space from someone else. Cities are starting to get on board. Austin and Reno are piloting programs to lease public land for micro-housing at rates as low as $75 to $125 per month, including utilities. The home's lightweight aerodynamic design makes it perfect for RV parks, where permits average just $350 annually. And remember, it can be towed and set up in under 20 minutes. Tesla is also developing their own dedicated tiny house villages. Starbase Village in Texas is the first of these communities, featuring community gardens, shared workspaces, and renewable energy microgrids. Residents pay a modest community fee that covers all utilities, internet, and maintenance, about 86% less than the average US mortgage payment. The financing options are revolutionary too. Tesla is rolling out a zero-down microloan model at 0% interest, with payments as low as $130 per month for 5 years. That's less than most Americans pay for their phone service. They also offer a lease-to-own plan where you get full ownership after 7 years, with a total cost of just $10,668. But wait, it gets better. Government incentives can actually make this home nearly free. Buyers can take advantage of federal solar tax credits worth $2,328, sustainable housing credits of $3,500, and state rebates up to $8,000 in New York or $5,000 in California. Utility companies are offering cashback rebates too. In many cases, these incentives actually exceed the cost of the house itself. There are even rumors that Tesla might start gifting entire homes to early adopters, sustainable communities, and SpaceX employees, following the model of their free solar system giveaways. Corporations and universities are buying Tesla homes for employee and student housing, and FEMA is considering purchasing 10,000 units for disaster relief. The modular design means you can expand as your needs change. Tesla's patented secure lock system allows owners to connect multiple units, scaling from a 180 square foot bachelor pad to a 720 square foot family home. Each module can be added in under 15 minutes, creating flexible living arrangements that grow with your life. They offer different modular outer skins too: solar glass, wood grain aluminum, matte black steel, or mirrored white finishes. These aren't just cosmetic. They enhance thermal efficiency and durability based on your climate and preferences. The environmental impact is staggering. Traditional homes consume about 0.25 acres each, while Tesla's tiny houses use just 0.01 acres. Building 1 million tiny houses by 2030 could save 240,000 acres of natural land from development. Each home's solar and battery systems cut carbon emissions by 70%, saving 4 tons of CO2 annually compared to traditional houses. For disaster relief, these homes are game changers. Tesla's tiny houses can be rapidly deployed to house 50,000 people a year at a fraction of the cost of FEMA trailers. After disasters like hurricanes, Tesla could deploy 1,000 homes within 48 hours, providing safe, dignified shelter that doesn't feel temporary. Tesla's vision goes beyond individual homes to entire villages powered by renewable energy, featuring vertical farms and autonomous shuttles. These communities could cut resident expenses in half, provide fresh food, and eliminate the need for personal vehicles entirely. The land-as-a-service model is particularly interesting. Instead of buying land, residents pay a flexible subscription fee of $50 to $100 per month for land use, eliminating property taxes and offering unprecedented flexibility to move when needed. With a 7 million home shortage in America, Tesla aims to fill 1 million of those by 2030 at a fraction of the cost of traditional homes. This isn't just a housing solution. It's a lifeline for those struggling with homelessness, high rents, and climate disasters. Of course, there are challenges. The biggest hurdle is regulatory. Zoning LI. WS in 70% of US cities currently ban tiny homes on various technicalities. Tesla is actively lobbying for zoning reforms and launching pilot communities to demonstrate the viability and benefits of tiny house living. Traditional builders and real estate interests are already pushing back, as you'd expect when someone threatens to completely disrupt their industry. But the demand for affordable housing and the environmental benefits make this a revolution that's incredibly hard to stop. The Tesla tiny house represents something bigger than just affordable housing. It's about freedom. For the first time, Americans can envision a future where home ownership isn't tied to crushing debt, land scarcity, or environmental harm. Tesla's tiny house offers mobility, sustainability, and dignity. Core elements of the American dream, reimagined for a new era. Whether you're a retiree seeking freedom from mortgage payments, a family trying to escape high rents, or a young professional who values mobility over traditional stability, the Tesla tiny house could be your ticket to a completely different kind of life. The question isn't whether this technology will succeed. The question is how quickly it will transform the entire housing market. Traditional home builders have had decades to solve the affordability crisis, and they've failed spectacularly. Tesla is approaching the problem with fresh eyes, cutting-edge technology, and the manufacturing expertise that's already revolutionized the automotive industry. This is more than a product launch. It's the beginning of a movement that could fundamentally change how we think about homes, communities, and sustainable living. The future of housing isn't just arriving, it's here, and it costs less than a used car. What do you think? Could you see yourself living in one of these Tesla tiny houses? Would the freedom and sustainability be worth the trade-off in space? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown as fascinating as I did, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Tesla Torch for more deep dives into the innovations that are reshaping our world. The housing revolution is just getting started, and you don't want to miss what comes next.